demonstration time. So can you take us through, first, the exercise number 1 is a mindfulness exercise.
Yeah, well, what I was thinking of actually doing was kind of to flip it. I was going to start with a body scan first.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's over to you. You take
just because I think that will settle our body, and then we'll go into learning how to breathe. So we'll do a breathing exercise where I teach you how to breathe down rather than into the chest, and then we'll go into, you know, maybe we'll see how long we have at the end, but maybe just a minute or 2 minutes of observing our thoughts. And
yes.
Okay, so first thing is to get comfortable. You don't need to sit in, you know, a lot of people think you need to sit in lotus position with crossed legs and, you know, with your hands like this, you know, that's you, just be comfortable, yeah? So if you're sitting on a chair, just have your feet firmly on the ground, just so you feel connected to the earth or the floor, and that will just, you know, that's grounding for your body to calm it as well. And then just move your body, just make any little, you know, movements just to settle your body, you know, so rolling your shoulders or doing anything just to settle into stillness. And then once you're comfortable, settle into stillness, have your hands, they can just be in your lap, or they can be just resting on your knees, wherever feels naturally comfortable for you. If you know, a mudra, like a hand position in yoga, you can do the you know, that will help with concentration. But again, just do what feels comfortable for you. And then close your eyes, soften the gaze, and just start to tune in with how your body's feeling. And start to, from the head, starting to relax our crown of our head, and starting at the place in between your eyebrows, relaxing the forehead and the temples, and then start to scan down the rest of your face. Your eyes are feeling heavy, continuing down into your jaw, where we hold a lot of tension, so really try and loosen up the jaw here. Allow the jaw to be loose and slack. Continue down the side of your jaw. Your lips are soft. Your tongue is heavy in your mouth. And then continuing down the back of the neck, try and find that spot where your spine meets your skull, which is the occipital lobe. This is where our neck can bend forward and back. So again, we hold a lot of tension here. Really try and focus on all the muscles here, relaxing on every out breath. And then continuing scanning down each vertebrae of your spine off the neck. So just nice and slowly, each vertebra at a time, down into your shoulders. Now tuning into your shoulders and the top of your arms. Relaxing further on every out breath. Continuing down your left arm. Trying to relax your arm further. And your left hand. Continuing up your right hand and your right arm, relaxing that further. And then continuing down the back of your spine. Again, each vertebra at a time, trying to relax in between your shoulder blades. Continuing down the upper back, checking in with your heart and your rib cage. And any tension that you're feeling anywhere, just allow it to exhale and release on every out breath. Continuing down into your stomach, checking in with how your belly is feeling, how your lower back is feeling. Again, releasing any tension on the exhale. Coming down into our hips. And feeling our sits bones anchored against either the floor if you're sitting cross-legged, or your seat, continuing down your legs. If there's any tension in the top of your thighs, releasing them. And then again, your shins and your calf. Scanning all the way down now to our feet. And really feeling the earth under our feet, coming into our pinky toe on our left foot. Scanning across all of our toes and then over to the right. And then inhaling all together and releasing any tension all the way through your body from the head all the way to the toes. And then scrunching every single muscle up. Really scrunch up everything in your body, really tight, and scrunching it all up. Even your face, all the way from the head, all the way down to your toes, scrunching up your toes, holding it for a moment, and then exhale, release. Feel all the muscles relax. Continue to breathe slowly. Taking awareness into your breath. Now that the body is relaxed. And bring awareness into that spot in between your nose and your lip. Feeling the temperature of the air as it inhales. And then the warm air as you exhale. Try to slow down the breath. Now you can keep your hands on your legs, so you might like to bring your hand to your belly. We're going to try and fill up our belly. So we're learning how to breathe now. You might find it easier to move your hands here. So as we inhale, we're drawing the air all the way down our spinal column, feeling up the belly so the belly expands. And then on the exhale, the belly contracts and it comes back towards our spine. Just taking a few breaths like this, filling up the belly. And then exhaling out, the belly comes back towards the spine. And again, in through your nose. Bring the air all the way down into the belly. And then exhale out. Belly comes back and it deflates. Now bring your hands to your rib cage. We're going to try and breathe in, so we're expanding our rib cage this time. So feeling the rib cage go wide and out on the in-breath. And then on the exhale, the rib cage comes back in. So this is now intercostal breathing. So we're learning how to stretch all the muscles in between each of our rib cage, which can be quite hard to do if you haven't done it before. So take a few breaths like that, filling up the rib cage, expanding wide, expanding to the front and the back. Really trying to fill up all of your air. One more time like that, filling up the air. Rib cage expands. And then on the exhale, the rib cage contracts. And it comes back in. We're going to put both of them together now. So inhaling, you're going to fill up the belly and then the rib cage. Then on the exhale, the rib cage contracts and the belly contracts. Inhale all together, just a normal breath. Breathe out all your air, all together, exhale. And then we'll start together, filling up the belly first. Fill up all the air in your belly. And then continue to rib cage, fill up all the rib cage. And then exhale through the rib cage. And then the belly. And again, filling up the belly. Rib cage expands. And then exhale through the rib cage. And belly contracts back towards the spine. Keep going like that, a few more rounds of breath. Belly and the rib cage. And then you might be able to pause a tiny bit at the top, filling only a tiny bit off the top of the chest. You might be able to release your hands away from your body and still focus on this breath. And then every exhale, we're releasing any worries, any tension that we have. Every inhale, we're breathing in love, gratitude and compassion for ourselves and others. And then releasing any worries that we're having on the exhale. Feeling how this is slowing down our body, slowing down our mind, and relaxing our muscles. So continue this breath at your own pace. You might be able to extend the breathing. So we're gradually inhaling for longer, and then we're gradually exhaling for longer. And then we're going to take a minute. I'll keep track of the time, just to sit here mindfully and just observing our thoughts coming and going. And it's okay if we start to go down a rabbit hole with our thoughts. As soon as you realize, you just bring it back to the breath. And if you catch your mind wandering, just bringing it back to the present moment, bringing it back to your breath and into your body. Allowing your thoughts to come and go. Imagining they're like clouds just passing by above you. And then starting to rub our hands together, building a bit of heat with our hands. And then placing your hands over your eyes, over your face. Start to slowly allow some light to come in between your fingers. And then feel the energetic massage of your hands, placing it anywhere else on your body that you feel that needs a bit of healing. After the body scan, there might be somewhere specifically you're holding a bit of tension, so just resting the hands there softly, sending lots of healing energy there. And finally, we bring our hands into our heart in prayer position, keeping our thumb and our pinky together, then our middle fingers open. So we call this a lotus flower in yoga. And we're just going to end the meditation with 3 things. So we're going to focus on something that we're grateful for, something that we want to achieve, and something we want to let go of. So something to achieve, something to let go of, and something to be grateful for. Closing that up and then taking that into the rest of our evening. Mm-hmm.